G'day, I'm Mark from Self Sufficient Me, and in this video I'm going to do the epic Florida weave. Now that's not some kind of line dancing thing, but it better be epic because I got the idea from Epic Gardening. My tomatoes, as you can see, are in a bad state, and I'm hoping this will do miracles to fix this problem and trellitis them up so that they are looking fantastic and easier to manage. Let's get into it. Now, I haven't done this method of trellising before, but it looks pretty simple and effective to me. So I thought, let's give it a go. And the other thing I'm going to do is use these recycled plastic stakes. Now, you know, most tomato stakes, well, historically, are wooden, and you can get a few years out of them if you're lucky. These stakes here are solid as. I reckon they'll last a million years. They are quite heavy, very robust, and the best thing about them is they will not only do the job as a regular garden stake, but they are made from recycled soft plastics, which is actually pretty hard to do. And it's only just recently, with the demand starting to grow finally of people interested in purchasing things made from these recycled plastics, that more of these recycled plastic plants are starting to come in around the world. Now, I don't want to get preachy about it, but I'm just saying it's a little thing that I want to do. I don't get sponsored or anything to plug these products. I just think that it's a good thing for the planet if we can find a way of recycling these plastics over and over and keep using them, rather than using raw materials to make more of these plastics, and when we dispose of them, we just chuck them in the ground, burn them to toxic fumes, or worse, they float in the ocean and destroy wildlife and all that type of thing. These posts are all that good, but they also have another thing. Can you see my eyeball through that? Hope if you can, that would have been a good camera shot. But anyway, they have holes through them, pre-drilled holes, which means when I do the weave to trellis these tomatoes up, I can put the twine through these holes rather than tying them up all the time. The first thing I've got to do though, before I start putting these stakes in, is tidy up these tomatoes. Let's get rid of the base, so we've got to see what we've got first before I can start staking them. Now this is going to take a while. Looking for the thicker stems I am, and I'll carve them out first, and then I'll see which ones I'll keep. And that's the trimming, I would say more like a brush cutting, done on the tomato plants. You can see there's a fair difference, isn't there? Now what I'm going to do is bang in these posts, and then we'll start doing the weave after I bang the posts in, basically. Let's do that. I'm going to put in 3 posts to make it nice and stable, one on the end, one in the middle, and then one on the end here, but not... Got my sledgy. Now make sure it's roughly in line, it's about there. Get that plant out of the way. I don't want to hammer through that. Cool. Oopsie. Right. We have a problem. Don't worry, I've got a solution. Too easy. Lemon squeezy. Don't do this at home. Yeah, I think that's about even. Now I'll do the other 3. Looking pretty good. Nice and neat. So now let's get to the twining job. We're just about there. So I'm just going to tie off at one end, push it through the hole, tie it off in a granny knot. Well, you could do a half hitch, I suppose. And let's have a look. I'm only going to do one run at a time. I need it to go there and back in one run. So I'll just measure that out by the eyeball and give it a little bit of extra. This is just normal garden twine. You could use anything you want, really. And now it's a matter of working that through, go through the next hole. Pull that through. Try not to hurt anything. Go through the next one here. And now I'll go back through this hole. Make sure I've got my tomato plant in. That'll come better as I go up. So the twine's on this side of the plant, and now I'm going to go the other side. Through, not this side, but the other side. Pull that through, there. So you've got that gap, and come back on the other side of this tomato plant here. Now I've just got to make sure that this is tight. Tight! Pull it through. Of course not over tight, it's only twine. There. And now what I'm going to do is close this off. So I'll keep it tight, go around a few times. 1, 2, and then close this off here. There. Well, it's sort of a not more than a inch, but it'll lock it off anyway while keeping the tension on there so you don't lose too much. And there we go. Now let's do the next run. Same deal. It's not rocket science, is it? Good. It's already starting to straighten these plants up from their crooked stems. There we go. That's the second run done. Looking good. 4 runs, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's all that's needed. You know what? I think we've weaved a bit of magic. The old Florida weave. I don't think I'd need to go any higher. If they get higher and higher, they won't get much higher than this, of course, because they are a determinate bushy type tomato, these Romas. I will just keep adding the runs to it and then just weaving the plants in and out. I mean, getting the plants exactly on the alternate weave, like I've done here for the first couple, yeah, that's all right, but it's not overly important, really. I know it's meant to lock each plant in so that they go straight up without having too much wiggle room, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be a big deal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to train those plants from now on. I've been naughty. I'm going to train them from now on, and I'm sure that they will grow into nice plants. They'll bush out from the top. They'll grow plenty of tomatoes for us. They look healthy as they are. They're growing well, and now they're going to have that stability to stay off the ground and not get any or as many diseases. The last thing I want to say is I was just speaking of Floridians, and this being a Florida type of method, I was just speaking to someone in Central Florida just before I started doing this video, Anthony, shout out to you, mate. It was a nice chat. Thanks for your extra advice. He actually said to watch out for the saggage in this method because it can sag in the middle, and that's why I put that extra post in the middle there so that I can alleviate any saggage as those tomato plants get heavier, because of course as they get more fruit they will become heavier, and as they grow bigger they'll become heavier, put more stress. But hopefully all those lines here and even a few more as we go up will be able to strengthen the structure and hold up those plants as they get hopefully a ton of fruit on them. And if I really want to, I could probably join these together and put some twine through these posts and even weave it on diagonals to make the whole structure almost like a cage. So there's so many options. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big Floridian epic thumbs up. And yeah, shout out to Kevin too for showing this method. I think it's really cool. This is the way I'm doing it. Of course, if you guys reckon that I've done something wrong or I could improve it in some way, whack it in the comment section below. I'm not the be all and end all of knowledge on gardening. Of course I'm not. I learn from you guys as well. So thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share the video around. That helps heaps. Bye for now. The Floridian Epic Weave, tomato weave. I like it. I really like it. That is so cool. Nice. Simple. That's what you want. Simple and cool. I will see how time goes, but yeah, that's going to work. Cheers.